So on, we're continuing when Blue is very jealous, and so on would like to trade with Red. Red is one to trade a starter because they have a bond, and he feels after Giovanni's abuse, he needs to keep an eye on him and try to be there for him. But he also thinks about his evolution and his goals of wanting to be the strongest electric that ever was. And so I'm thinking the best for his Pokemon is the best option, because that's what his dad taught him. And so he agrees with the trade. So on when they're trading their Pokemon, Red's thinking he really hopes he won't go out of control, because he has heard of some Pokemon evolve into their final forms after studying up all the knowledge he really could get. Learning that when they evolve into their final forms, they sometimes go on a rampage after activating abilities, or from emotional traumas and problems of PTSD sort of problem. Get what I mean? So when they trade, Red wants to immediately trade back his Pokemon to get his Electivire back now. However, Blue wants to test them out and see how good they really are. And so on, Electivire is a bit angry, thinking Red betrayed him. So on, just get another fire type. And so he activates his primal fury of all his ancient ancestors, now becoming a full-time alpha almost. So when they battled out, Red tells Magmortar to use Fire Blast, or a small version of it, still not used to its new body. While Electivire then does a Sigma, jumps, gets close to him, then tosses him while literally making him a smoked barbecue almost. He was then about to kill Red, and so on. And Magmortar says that's enough in his own language, using a Fire Blast. Electivire catches it like a champ, but is still burnt by it almost. And so on, he uses Ice Punch to cool his hand off, and also fights with his broken hand. It's burned a little, while fighting Magmortar using Fire Punch. It's basically a duel with fists now. It's basically Mike Tyson versus a noob. Or if we want to go more cooler, Rocky Balboa versus Ivan Drago. That's what I'm going for. So on, they battle it out, and so on. After a little while, Electivire is traveling the fiery vortex a little, but it's fading. While his Red Lightning, from his alpha abilities, hits Magmortar in the smoke. But both powers were very strong, knocking them both out instantly while standing. Blue thinks now about how Pokemon are their friends, family, and he should have been more grateful for what Magmortar did. Even though he doesn't like Red sometimes, he still respects life, doesn't really want to hurt people, and has pride in combat, but not murder. He now feels more pity and ashamed of all his actions. And so on. He now decides to trade back his Pokemon for his real partner. Red is finally glad to have Electivire back and thinks there's going to be problems from now on. But so on, when Red's walking by, Janine, Koga's daughter, so on throws ninja shurikens at him. Red dodges them easily like a Chad. Barely though. Red asks why Janine after him, and so on. Janine states that her father has tasked her to kill Red, wanting to take out Giovanni's new right hand. Red personally says he doesn't want to fight anyone, and so on his whole story. He's now sort of Jin Kazama persona in a way. He's angry about his own uncle being a curse, but still cares about Silver. He has a heart, a big one at that, in a way it's sort of wounded when his father went missing. And so on. He doesn't want to fight Janine, but he will fight in self-defense. Janine agrees to this. So on. Red trusts himself, but trusts Electivire, yes. But so on, after the incident, he thinks Electivire needs a break from battling, and time to chill out and cool down. So on. He didn't trust his third ace in the hole, since Charmeleon had a few battles before Janine attacked him. Sending out his third best, his shiny Cypher. Jean sends out a Golbat, and so on. Red knew that Golbat was a pretty powerful Pokemon, and the final form of, we all know it, Golbat and Zubat. See, there's another personality to it. If you played the Pokemon Academy dating life game, you would know Red's a human Pokedex in there. So on, he battles with his Pokemon, trusting all the experience he's gained, and so on, will not die here. So on, Cypher then tries to attack with Slash, so on. Crobat dodges and then uses an Air Slash. But Cypher uses his powerful ancient ability of his ancestors, of the ancient totem guardian Pokemon, noble Pokemon. And so on uses the rocks he gains from all the power of his ancestors, we know, and they serve encrust on his scythe. He so on fires at him, and so on, attacking Crobat. However, Crobat then toxics Cypher, and so on, buries him in a bunch of rocks at Team Rocket's gravesite. Or dig site, to be fair. There's only a few of us Pokemon. And so on, in the rubble. What was Giovanni's main goal? The ore that would evolve a Pokemon into a noble. Janine wasn't really playing for this. Red cries tears, saying he wasn't good enough, blaming himself. He didn't mean for this to happen. Jean's thinking, I guess it was for all the good, I had to admit. So on, Scyther thinking, that's enough. I am tired of being the third ret. And so on, activates his alpha ability in a way of the opposite power of noble energy. The white eyes glow, but so on, Janine thinks, yeah, I'm not dealing with that, I'm out of here. While also having Crobat Flyer, even though Crobat's a little injured. So on, Red has to deal with this. And so on, well, Cleavor now tries to get to Janine, but can't because he can't fly anymore. He still tries to jump, and Janine just mocks him now. And so on, he jumps high, but still doesn't make it. Falling down. Red, sees him and catches him, but he's a little heavy now and is worried about him. Red now camps out and tries to help, Cleavor now, try to get used to his body, and Charmeleon and him will spar a lot now. However, they both go into a frenzied battle. Cleavor is tired of Charmeleon. And so on. Charmeleon, after being attacked multiple times, even though the sparring match was over, activates Blaze. And so on. Cleavor activates his noble power full time almost, to 100%. And like Fire, decides everybody others are worried about this, decided to be the Chad and leader of the group, second in command. And then, decides to let it play out for a little bit, see what's going on. Charmeleon activates Blaze, while Cleavor tries to use Stone Axe, his signature move. Red is impressed by this, and also sees him charging straight forward. Now seeing this, takes advantages and tries to play it off. Any options. Like Fire tries to protect everyone at the same time, being a Chad. And so on. Cleavor gets so close. And then, so on, knocks Charmeleon all the way straight to a tree. Cleavor then thinks he's better, and is about to hurt Red. But before that, he decides to hurt Charmeleon more. And when Charmeleon's falling down still, Cleavor's almost there. But Charmeleon activates Blaze and uses Fire Punch. While Cleavor activates more powerful Stone Axe. A dust cloud then appears. And so on. Electivire says that's enough and activates half of his power while Charmeleon's knocked out, aiming directly for Cleavor, using only 1% of his power like Shaggy. However, then Cleavor decides if he's going to get in his way, he's going to get back at him, charging straight forward while jumping. Cleavor then uses all his electricity to attack him more. And so on, Charmeleon is knocked out Cold, but is seeing chickens and tiny Reds. Red is worried about him, checks on him, gets all his super potions out to heal him up, and is panicking about in case Charmeleon might die, and is worried about him. This parental figure does. After taking care of something, as we all experience, Charmeleon is up and now wants to see the battle. Electivire and attacks more brutally, almost with lightning, aiming even harder and harder, using all the abilities. And so on, Clever, thinking he's better now because he's a noble, while so on, Electivire is an alpha Pokemon and thinks himself better. And so on, going straight forward. They both walk Dragon Ball Z style to each other and are more injured. So on, Electivire uses his own power combined with his tails, using the electricity of the Alpha, and then of the last energy Clever even has of noble energy right now. Fights. Clever is standing, but Electivire is standing on one foot. But so on. He remembers all his Alpha ancestors. Each line made within him. Every Alpha Pokemon's history, everything. Like Dragon Ball Z, or even further. He unleashes even further power in himself. But Clever also sees all the noble Pokemon in Hisui, now Sinnoh, using their branch trees and powers up, both going into a way of Goku versus Jiren. However, then they attack. Charmeleon then panics and tries to save Red, while the others try to keep damage low as possible. Both knocked out cold. Also now, Claymore is white. Very white. So, we all remember how people when they hit by lightning have white hair sometimes? He has that. Red then panics and gets to a Pokemon Center as quick as he can, and asks Nurse Joy what he can even do about this. Nurse Joy is kind of impressed that Red is an ancient Pokemon from this generation, and is excited to put her knowledge to the test. And so on, Red's also has to help out with this. Because Nurse Joy, since all her other Pokemon deal with other stuff, because this is basically like that massage or the medical workers getting ready, and need all the help they can get. Red then puts the lotion on to heal himself from his anger and hatred of what Clever did, and also trying to help Clever in his rucks to recover. Now everything's going more crazy with therapy, because he's pretty much very badly damaged. It's being scanned to see any damages. While Leaf won the battle this time and still hates Red like a total jerk.